everybody. Steven Kelley here. I need to talk about the so-called rescues of the children in the bunkers that are supposedly taking place. Now, the first thing you'll notice is when you hear these pundits saying that this is happening, they talk about children being rescued from tunnels, being brought up from tunnels. So we need to look at this very carefully. The first thing you have to remember is every single one of these underground bases that were built was done using our money. The other thing you have to remember is that every single one of them was built by the Army Corps of Engineers, and it's being done under the authority of the NSA, the National Security Agency. The NSA runs every single bunker. Many of you are suggesting that some of these bunkers are being controlled by the cabal and some of them are being controlled by so-called white hats. This is preposterous. Every single bunker is connected and every single bunker is run by the NSA, and there are no white hats in the NSA. Now, every entrance to these tunnels, well, first of all, you got to go down an elevator a mile to get to these things. And if there's a staging area to get to the elevator, most of the tunnels that are on the surface or the low-level tunnels that somebody might access from under a home or something of this nature are going to go to a staging area that will lead eventually to an elevator. U.S. soldiers are not going down elevators into bunkers. The elevators don't have cables. There are not elevators running with cables or gears going up and down. They use ion drive technology, the same technology that powers so-called UFOs and our stealth fighter and our stealth bomber. But this is a secret. The only way that you are going to get into a base, if you or even are the military, is you are going to have to go through military unless you are going through a location that is a private installation like the one at the Getty Center, which is protected by the NSA. So are we suggesting that military is fighting against military in the United States? When they talk about going into tunnels, the children are not in tunnels. There is nobody living in the tunnels. The tunnels are not the bunkers. The tunnels transport you to the bunkers. You do not access tunnels. You access bunkers. You go from one bunker to another from a tunnel. Those are the big tube transports. Small entry tunnels, these are not bunkers. The protection down there, the nuclear blast doors, the security measures, the methods they have of killing intruders, all of these are extensive, and there's no talk about this. You have people saying that massive military operations are happening, and yet hundreds of thousands of soldiers that would have to be involved in this, no one has seen anything, no one has heard anything, no one has talked to anybody about any of this. It's not happening. The same thing with the children, these supposed pictures of children being brought up with oxygen masks on because of the pressure. It doesn't work that way either. Enemies in body bags. Bullshit. Bullshit. I can't waste my time with this, but the problem is that here's the thing. All of the money in the world has been stolen. The money that we have left, the entire wealth, the world's economy, is a tiny fraction of the amount of wealth that has been stolen and hidden away in these bunkers. The reason why they want to kill everyone now with COVID, etc., is because they don't need you. They've stolen the money already. They have enough automation and technology to run their machines. They are breeding their own slaves underground. They're not dependent on the kidnapping. You all talk about adrenochrome, but you don't talk about Lush. You know that this is a satanic endeavor, and yet you don't consider the supernatural aspects of what is involved in satanic ritual. You have to understand that this is being done not just because these people believe in it, it's being done because it's real. And even if it was only because they do believe in it, they do believe in it. And that is what makes this world run. And if you don't address this aspect of it, you'll never get to the bottom. And you're never going to understand the technology down there, and you're never going to be able to comprehend how much money is down there. You have to see it. And if someone tells you that the tunnels are being destroyed because it's just too terrible, they're lying. Even if a dog and pony show rescue operation was staged, what do you think they would do? Ship a couple of bodies up into some tunnels, stage a phony rescue, and then blow something up and say it's all over? There's no way to blow it all up. It's under almost every continent. It's huge. These bunkers are the size of cities. These tunnels are huge, and they go for thousands of miles. There's not enough TNT to blow them all up, and even if you did, what are you going to do? Blow up one small section? You have to understand, these people dig these tunnels 7 miles a day. That's just one tunnel. There's many, many tunnels being bored every day in every direction. Anyway, you have to remember, the enemy has all the money in the world, and the enemy can certainly use a tiny portion of that to pay off COINTEL, shills, and on top of that, there's a lot of good-natured people that think they're doing the right thing, and they think they're spreading truth, but they're not. So you really have to take everything with a grain of salt. Everything. Thank you so much.